St Francis in 1999, and Estelle joined a year later. 15 years has gone so quickly, you can't quite believe how fast we've grown up. Despite what you may think, we haven't always been the strong, confident, articulate, independent, joking. We have many fond and funny memories from our prep school years at St Francis, and we thought we would share a few with you this evening.
Over 15 years, we've seen a lot of changes at the school. The Sixth Form Centre is now where kindergarten used to be, and we feel it is fitting that we are ending our time here where it all began. One of the classes, Holly, was where the common room is, and there has been a distinct smell transition from sand and Play-Doh to toast and sweat. Beach, the other of the two classes, was where the study room is now. We used to have nap time there.
And let's be honest, not much has changed.
The food has moved on from potato letters and frankfurters to soup and risotto. Our beloved temporary reception hut finally left us last year after sticking around for over 20 years. Very St Francis. But most notably, the most obvious change is that St Francis used to accept boys in kindergarten. Their time here was brief. We were too brief.
As some of you will know, prep school had many memorable features. Who could forget the stylish and attractive and compulsory bright green gym flex or the safest piece of playground apparatus, the monkey bars, which were the source of a number of playground accidents. Since then, we've seen a rise in health and safety precautions. But the day we were told we were no longer allowed to have snowball fights was the day it had gone too far.
The boarding house was always strictly off limits, so we can't help but feel envious of the boarders who get to spend so much time there. Our visits from Santa at Christmas always brought a smile to everyone's face. But Alan, the outrage of discovering it was actually you.
We haven't always been so mature. Who would have thought that Samina Haji, as a sweet and innocent 5-year-old, would be sent to the headmistress's office because she pinched Jessica Vincent? Would you really think that we all made mud pies and ate seeds from the field? And would you really believe that Estelle would knock over a fire extinguisher during daily prayers? Estelle still claims this was an accident. Estelle also rather enthusiastically raised her hand to answer a question, and in the process managed to knock out both Alice Martin's front teeth. Estelle still claims that this was an accident. And of course, who could forget Estelle putting a drawing pin on Connie Chapman's chair in year 2? I'm still convinced that this was not an accident. Despite a few differences, I think it's fair to say that we all get along. And sixth form in particular has been a time for new friendships to develop with everyone and anyone in the year. It's something we perhaps take for granted until we talk to friends at schools where this simply isn't possible, and we realise just how special St Francis is.
But being in a girls' school does come with some connotations, and we feel, we in particular have been subject to some speculation regarding our touchy-feely nature. Now, this isn't exclusive to sixth form or indeed the senior school.
Some of you may know that Meg and I were practically joined at the hip for the whole of prep school, but this did confuse quite a few people, to the extent that one day we were told we were gay whilst holding hands in year 3. Of course, we didn't realise the intended meaning of the word at the time, and we thought we were being told that we were happy. Luckily, in the sixth form, cuddling in the common room is not frowned upon.
There are still some things that haven't changed. The idea that the school is haunted by nuns still firmly stands. Some of you might remember the rumours being spread by Megan about headless piano-playing nuns. Although, needless to say, nowadays we're less concerned with hiding from nuns and more concerned with hiding from our teachers on coursework deadline days. And that's a skill that we've perfected to the highest degree.
Kessi still retained her swagger from when she played Kessi in the Year 6 play Chapman. And Laura still bursts into song at every opportunity. No change from when she was the Sultan in the same play.
Jealousy is still a
I'm still bitter about the fact that Charlotte Bunce stole the role of Mary from me in the year 2010. Or should have been mine. We still cry over completely irrational things. Emily MacDonald being given the part of Anne of Cleves in the Year 4 Tudor Assembly and abruptly bursting into tears as she was known to be one of the ugly wives.
Now we cry about UCAS, coursework deadlines, running out of tea bags, and of course leaving.
When we see the young years today, it's difficult to believe that we were all once that small, especially you, Phoebe Chen. Looking up at the old years, they all seem to have it together. But now we're here, we realise it's not all plain sailing.
And we realise that there's very little we can remember before the age of 3, and that's one of the strangest things about having been here since that age. Almost everything that's ever happened in our lives, things that were good and things that weren't so much, have happened while we've been here. And so St Francis has been one of the few constant things, so thank you very much for that.
Although most of you sitting here today joined in senior school and sixth form, we were shocked when we counted how many of us came from the prep school, as we thought it was so many more. It feels as though you've all been here as long as us. We've become an extremely close family. St Francis is special to all of us, whether we've been here for 2 years or 15.
Although many things have changed, the most important things have remained the same. The unique and inclusive community atmosphere, the ability to build lifelong friendships, and of course, the tartan kilt. We wouldn't change them for the world.
You can take the girls out of St Francis, but you can't take St Francis out of the girls.